Mr. Speaker, they didn't list her name in the report, and that makes sense. It all happened before she even reached the age of 16. So to protect her identity, they called her Tanya. She ran away from home and ended up living with a man they called Eddie. Eddie was the stepdad of one of her classmates. Tanya and Eddie started a relationship. Tanya felt that she really loved him. Eddie took advantage of that. And he pressured Tanya into a life no child should have to live. Tanya was saved in large part by luck. A tip to the police led to action by the federal special agent. And now Eddie is behind bars, finishing the second year of his 12-year prison sentence. Meanwhile, Tanya is just trying to return to a normal life. Mr. Speaker, I wish I could say this story wasn't true, that these fictitious names didn't reflect hard reality. I wish I could say it was isolated. I wish I could say that this type of thing doesn't happen here in America. But it does. It repeats itself with different details, even more disturbing than Tanya's story, in towns and cities across our nation. And it's not just sex trafficking, it's forced labor, it's exploitation, it's slavery. And every single instance cries out against the moral truth written on every human heart. Now, the numbers are staggering. 20.9 million people are trafficked globally. Of that number, over a quarter are children. The majority are pressed to work for little to no wages. 4.5 million of these people are victims of forced sexual exploitation. Now, here in America, there were 7,572 cases of human trafficking reported in 2016. That's an increase of 35% just of the year before. My home state of California is particularly dire. Of all the cases in the nation, 1,323 come from California. Though we need no explanation for why we're passing anti-trafficking and exploitation legislation today, I think it helps that we understand the magnitude of this evil. We have in this body voted on 11 bills so far. Today we'll vote on 2 more by Susan Brooks and Mike Johnson. Altogether, these bills address many aspects of this problem: international trafficking, recording and transmission of child pornography, abuse uncovered on the U.S. Olympic teams, the handling of trauma cases in our justice system. Now, I don't believe that these bills alone will end human trafficking or exploitation in and of themselves, but they will help. They'll help prevent these crimes. They'll help the victims recover, and they'll bring us closer to a world where every person, especially those who need us most, won't be abused, but will be truly loved. And I thank the gentleman for his work in this effort. I yield back.
Gentlemen.